You step outside one morning and your yard is silent. The feeder that was busy just yesterday, empty. The birds that used to greet you every dawn, gone. Most people think they just moved on to better food. But what if I told you that they didn't leave because of the food? They left because of you. And the reason might break your heart or completely change how you see every bird that ever visits you again. Maybe you've experienced this. One week your yard is full of life. Cardinals, chickadees, robins, maybe even a bold blue jay. They eat from your hand, land on the railing while you drink coffee. It feels peaceful, connected. Then, almost overnight, nothing. You refill the feeder. You buy better seed. You wait. Still nothing. You start wondering, did I do something wrong? The truth is far more fascinating than you think. Birds don't just see your yard. They remember your yard. And they remember you. Birds have incredible memories. Some species can remember human faces for years. Not just any face your face. They recognize individual people and pass that information to other birds. So when birds suddenly stop coming, it's rarely random. It could be one of three hidden reasons. First, you changed something important in their eyes. Maybe you mowed the lawn differently. Maybe you wore a new hat. Maybe you moved their favorite perch. To us, it's small. To them, the safe zone changed. Second, and this is where it gets emotional, they might have witnessed something that made them feel unsafe. A cat, a loud argument, even the way you walk toward them one day with fast steps. Birds are incredibly sensitive to human energy and intention. But here's the part almost nobody talks about. Third, sometimes they leave because they're trying to protect you. Curiosity loop. Wait, protect you? Yes. Researchers have documented cases where birds suddenly abandon an area right before something dangerous happens. A coming storm, a predator moving in, even unusual human activity. They don't just react for themselves. Their alarm calls and disappearance patterns act like an early warning system. But what's even stranger is what happens next. Some people notice that after the birds leave, if they genuinely change their behavior, slow down, spend quiet time outside, show respect for the space, the birds often return. Sometimes even more of them, almost like they're testing you. Have you ever had birds return stronger after a long absence? That's not coincidence. Revelation continues. Birds live in a world of constant threat. Their survival depends on reading subtle patterns most humans have forgotten how to see. They notice when you're consistent. They notice when you're calm. They notice when you're paying attention to them and when you're not. One study showed that crows and jays can hold grudges against specific humans for decades and teach their children to avoid them. But the opposite is also true. They form incredibly strong positive associations with people they trust. So when they disappear, they're not ghosting you. They're communicating. Emotional connection phase. Think about that for a second. These tiny creatures with brains the size of a walnut have decided whether you are safe enough to be around their family. They've been watching you, learning your routine, deciding if your yard is a sanctuary or a risk. That sudden silence? It's not rejection, it's feedback. And once you understand this, you start seeing every bird interaction differently. That cardinal that stares at you from the branch, he's not just hungry, he's evaluating. That chickadee that lands near you but doesn't eat right away, he's deciding if today feels safe. Here's the most powerful part. The people who have the strongest, most consistent bird relationships aren't necessarily the ones with the best feeders. They're the ones who learned to listen when the birds went quiet. They slowed down. They became more predictable. They showed up with calm energy instead of frustration. And the birds came back, sometimes bringing new friends with them. Because in the bird world, trust isn't given. It's earned through consistency and respect. So the next time your yard suddenly goes quiet, don't just refill the feeder and hope. Take a moment. Sit outside. Breathe. Observe what might have changed, not just in your yard, but in you. Because what appears to be abandonment might actually be an invitation to become the kind of human that birds feel safe around. The next time they return, and they usually do when you truly listen, you'll feel something deeper than just birds eating seed. You'll feel like you've been let back into a conversation you didn't even know you were part of. Birds notice far more than we realize, and sometimes the silence speaks the loudest. So the next time your yard falls silent, don't just refill the feeder and wait. Pause. Sit outside. Breathe deeply. Look around. Asterisk, asterisk. Ask yourself, what changed in my yard or in me? Have I been rushing, loud, or distracted lately? What would it look like to show up with calm, consistent energy? Try it for the next 7 days. Spend just 10 quiet minutes outside each morning with no phone. Move slowly. Speak softly. Watch without expecting anything. Then tell me in the comments. Have the birds ever gone quiet on you? What do you think made them leave? And did they come back stronger once you changed something? Share your story below. The most beautiful bird return stories will be featured in the next video. If this resonated with you, hit like and subscribe and turn on notifications. We're exploring the hidden intelligence of the natural world and how reconnecting with it can change us. Drop a bird in the comments if you're ready to earn the bird's trust again. Your yard and the birds are waiting for the new version of you. See you in the next one.